Okay, in this section of work, we're going to be looking at how we solve trigonometric questions, finding the unknown side. So, first thing I'm just going to write on the page, here is Sakata. So, I'll write down the bottom of the page so I can have a look at it. Sakata. So I just remind myself of what I need to find. So first thing we need to have is our figure. So we draw our figure in the book, and on that figure we need to put our facts. So let's put our facts. So that there is our hypotenuse. We've got our marked angle here. So that's going to be our opposite side. That's going to be our adjacent side. Then we used our information there. So we've got adjacent and we've got a hypotenuse. Look through and we notice that is going to be cos. So we now put in our formula. So formula, cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So now we need to go through the process of finding it. We need to put in the information that we have in the question. So we have cos 30 equals, now adjacent is x and hypotenuse is 15. So we now continue on with our find it section, rearranging. So dividing by 15 is times by 15, so cos 15 cos 30 equals x. So therefore x equals, and this is where we need to use our calculator again. Just bring our calculator up, put our calculator on this side, and we have 15 times cos 30, and that gives us an answer of 12.9999, all those. And if you look in the question up here, it says to 2 decimal places. So that means we need to go to 2 decimal places. So 12.99. Last step we need to do is then fix it. So bring our fix it over, and fixing it, if we look at our question up here, we're dealing with centimetres, so we need to make sure we put centimetres into our answer. So part B, again, we've got our figure. So the first thing we need to draw is our figure. On that figure, we need to put our facts. The facts that we need for trigonometry are labelling the side. So that's the hypotenuse. We're also, on the figure, we've already got the information, so we don't have to write that again. So that one there is going to be opposite. So that one over here is going to be adjacent. Again, we look at it, we need opposite and we need hypotenuse. We use a different colour, but from that, we need sine because that's opposite hypotenuse. So now we can put in here our formula. So that's going to be sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. So again, we're going to put in start our find it process. So find it. So we're going to have sine, and the angle there is 76 equals opposite, which happens to be x, over 16. Then we're going to continue on our find it process. Dividing by 16 is timesing, so 16 sine 76 equals x. So therefore, x is going to be equal to, and again we grab our calculator. Move our calculator over onto that side this time, and we're going to go 16. See, that's not 16. 16 times by sine 76 equals, and then we've got 15.52, so 15.52, because the next number there is a 4, so that's 4 and below. So if we go back to here, then we go to our little fix it section here. We look up at the question, we notice they're in centimetres, so we need to make sure we put centimetres at the end. Going to the next question, going through the same process again. So figure, don't forget, if I'm going too fast, you can pause, you can rewind, and so forth, and also the all this information is on there as a PDF, so you can actually go through the PDF documents separately. So there's the hypotenuse. So again, we look at our marked angle. So there's our opposite side. There's our adjacent side. So next we need to get our formula in there. So we, oh, haven't written it. I always write this at the bottom of my, or top of my page, just to remind me what the ratios are. So up here I can look at this. I need my adjacent, I need my opposite side. So opposite and adjacent, there's opposite and adjacent, so I need tan. So in here I'm going to write tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Then I need to start going through my find it phase. So I can write that in. So tan doesn't change. Look at the angle there is 64. My opposite side there is x over my adjacent side, which is 4.8. Then continue on my find it phase. So 4.8 tan 64 equals x. So therefore x equals, and again I need my calculator. If you don't have a calculator, get one. You need a calculator for this section. There is no way that you're going to remember every single sine or cosine or tangent function. So 4.8 tan 64, that equals 9.84. So we can write that in here, 9.84. And then we need to go through our last step, which is the fix it step. And that fix it step, we look at our original question. We notice that the question is in meters, so we need to make sure we put meters in there. That is all I'm going to do in this section. The next bit I'll look at D, E, and F, and then I'll have a look at the next three after that. Thank you.